Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is well. I hope you all enjoyed a week off from me in your inbox on a Friday lunchtime. Um, I am back this week to bother you again. So, hi. Firstly, apologies, I'm a little bit dark. Normally, I get to record these in the daylight, but one, obviously, we're rapidly running out of that as we approach the end of the year. And two, it's been a busy odd week, so I'm recording this Thursday evening. So yeah, apologies if I'm a little bit darker than usual, if the video quality is not quite as good. Wanted to take a moment just to discuss the announcement around Microsoft price increases for their licensing, just because the announcement from their end I don't think has been great, so it's worth clarifying a couple of bits. Starting from the 1st of April 25, Microsoft are going to implement 5% price increase across all of its licensing options. They say that adjustment kind of reflects ongoing investments in things like developing new features, enhancing security, supporting cloud capabilities for 365 specifically. So continuing to drive value in their services. From the features we can see, that looks to be true. This isn't kind of a cash grab, I don't think. Although obviously there are some inflationary pressures on them as well, with chips being difficult to get hold of, and several of their major territories kind of changing some tax legislation that's going to hit them uh, reasonably hard, I imagine. So just because it hit every big company relatively hard. My job really is to keep everybody informed and prepared. So here to help everyone assess kind of what the change actually means for you. Um, so I'll run through how it's going to affect anyone currently in contract, how it will affect renewals, and then make sure that I'm kind of around for questions or guidance on optimizing kind of licenses best for the next kind of contract period. So as always, feel free to reach out and I'll kind of run through what options are for everybody. So let's get into it. If you're currently in an annual agreement, your pricing is protected until the end of that agreement. So if you pay £18.10 for business premium now, and your agreement started in July of 24, your price won't change until July of 25. It isn't going to jump from April the 1st, 25. Your price is protected till the end of your term. Similarly, if you renew licenses before April the 1st, you'll be price protected through that term. So £18.10 on March the 31st, 25 will be £18.10 through to March 31st, 26. But obviously, any licensing signed after the 1st of April 25 will be affected by that new pricing. 5% on business premium basically means it's going from £18.10 to £19 per license. For renewals, it's always worth just auditing exactly what you need. Obviously, we do that every year anyway. For most of the group in this video, we conduct that piece together, kind of Mason Infotech and you guys. But anybody watching that is on either non-managed IT support or isn't an IT support customer, once this goes up on YouTube in a couple of weeks publicly, it's worth either doing that internally or giving us a call. So make sure you don't get hit with a price increase for licensing that you aren't using. Now, it is worth saying that Microsoft are adding new features into Microsoft 365. So the kind of price increase, as I said earlier, isn't just a cash grab. They have added quite a lot of identity management policy stuff into the background of Intune. They've made Entra ID much more secure, and they've added features like meta labeling and data classification into SharePoint kind of via Entra ID. And those new added features are really sophisticated security pieces. So data classification, for example, basically allows you to drill down per user who can interact with what data in and outside of your organization. So for some businesses, that means if you're in a regulated environment, literally limiting whether someone can send a document as an attachment. That's really advanced data management. Some businesses really do need it. So I understand why that feature kind of is responsible for a price increase, because there'll be a team of hundreds probably managing that feature every day. But it can look, for people that use Microsoft 365 as a user, kind of Outlook, Teams, Word, PowerPoint, that it feels like a cash grab. The features that are going on in the back end of 365 are incredibly sophisticated, and 365 still, to me, presents the best value. If you bought all the tools that 365 offer from third-party vendors and manufactured them into one kind of cluster, you'd still be looking at 50 to 60 pound a user rather than what will now be 19. So I do think it's still value for money. Um, so I hope that's useful as it can be. And given the nature of the topic, I am kind of expecting more people to watch this video than usually do. So I do hope there's some value in there for you. Any questions around it, just give me a shout, because as always, Microsoft price increasing feels painful, always does, even when it's kind of 5% or single digit percentage points. It's never a fun time. Appreciate every business following the budget is starting to feel a touch anxious towards kind of April of next year. So do give me a shout on those pieces, and let's have that conversation together to make sure that your licensing is optimized and looks right for the year ahead. So cool. I hope that was useful, guys. Give me a shout. Hopefully catch you next week, and have a good weekend. Thanks, everybody.